Sleeve stacks are scary. When I was a kid, I used to have nightmares about sleeve stacks. I am a grown-ass man. Hey, everybody. Welcome to the MURCA Guns and Freedom podcast with your host, me, the Yankee Marshal. As always, this is just an open chat. Come on in with whatever question you want to ask, suggest whatever topic you want to suggest. Remember, I'm not the only one who can answer them. There's hundreds plus people over here that can maybe answer your question too. So feel free to talk amongst yourselves in the live chat. If you want to leave me a question, feel free though, and I will answer it directly. Like I always do, I like to start the chat here by reading orders, but today we don't have no orders, but I like to read them usually because they do go support TYMP, where we provide 4 families every month with the means to protect themselves and their homes. But we didn't sell any merchandise tonight. So if you want to go get some merchandise, like my in this country we used to shoot Nazis shirt, go get it. And there's all kinds of other designs over there too you can get. And if you get something from the new merch section, if the person or the character on the front has nipples, meaning they're a mammal, that goes to benefit pets and vets until the end of this month. So go on over there now and get you something. You can also join the canine unit now over there by buying shirts. That's in the new merch section too. So with that being said, let's get to I also have to welcome Skidmark. We have a new patron. We lost a patron today, but we got one to replace him. Skidmark, although he's a foreigner. So do I get any money out of that? I don't know. We get some of that funny, the really colorful money with Scott Thompson on it, I think. But I don't know what I'm supposed to do with that. But let's move on over to the other questions. See what we got coming in here. Oh, and remember, if you want to become a patron or a Subscribe Star member or a channel member, or you want to buy merchandise, going over to TYMPpistolproject.com. You can do everything from there. There's a link to my Shopify page. There's links to Patreon, Subscribe Star. There's places where you can donate on a one-time basis. Or if you want to become a recipient of TYMPP, you can sign up over there to be a recipient. And we'll be sending out the new nominees here in a few days. So go over quickly, get signed up if you think you could benefit from TYMPP. I'm having problems getting responses from people this month, so I got to see what's going on. I got to work on that tonight. It's the first month that's ever happened. But and with everything going screwy on YouTube and everything, I'm like, is my email working wrong? I don't know. Maybe it's in my garbage. I don't know. But as I was saying, let's get over here to the questions. Today we got Michael P. White chiming in, but he didn't say anything. That was just a recurring payment. He pays through PayPal instead of joining Patreon or Subscribestar. Christopher Kassab, same thing, pays through PayPal instead of signing up through Subscribestar or Patreon. Tim Fat Salami chimed in and said, the most likely threat is a mugger, though I'm always prepared for sleeve stack also just in case. Sleeve stack are scary. When I was a kid, I used to have nightmares about sleeve stacks. I'm not kidding. Nightmares about them. They scared the shit out of them. We'd be out in the woods or something and it'd be dark and I'd be like starting to be afraid of sleeve stacks. Like, oh my God, what if there's sleeve stacks out here? I was certain when I was like 7 or 8 years old that maybe sleeve stacks lived in our basement. I wasn't sure, but it was prime sleeve stack area, I think. That was Tim Fat Salami. Then we got Dale Rickety chiming in here. And he said, ahoy to all the Yankers out there. Phil is kind of cute too. Phil is cute. Nothing wrong saying that. He's cute. I say that in a no homo way. Or very homo. I don't care how you take it. I only worry about how he takes it, and he knows I don't feel that way. So, not my type. He's too big. He's bigger than me. I wouldn't want to date anyone bigger than me. He's like billions of times bigger than me. I don't see how a physical relationship could work. But that was Dale Rickety. Officer Tater Hater paid his $2 tithe to Phil and said, I sent emails of more perps with a shiny badge who need that. Please read said response aloud. Not getting me say that stuff. I have a reputation of being a sweet old man to maintain. Jesse Brachman, haven't seen him in a while, said, thinking about buying a Mazda 3 hatchback. Do you have any experience with them or Mazda in general? Yes, I have owned Mazdas. I had a Mazda 3 Speed, actually. I also had a little Mazda 2.5 sedan. I like Mazdas. Mazdas are awesome. Mazdas have also always been awesome. Never had a problem with any Mazda I've ever had. The Speed was amazing. That was an amazing little car. Loved that thing. And the little 2.5 sedan I got when we first got the kids so that their Caden's car seat would fit in it. Awesome little car. Drove that for quite a while. Loved that little thing. It handled like a dream, handled like a BMW. Had a reasonable amount of power. I think it was like 185 horsepower or something like that for a little car. Or it might have been more than that. It might have been like 200 and something. But it was a good little car. And the new Mazdas are just like, I'm like, is this a luxury car? They're so nice inside. And they still got a little bit of power. And you can get the Mazda 3, I do believe, in an all-wheel drive. So if you're looking at all-wheel drive, that would be even better, I think. So Mazdas, yeah, are nice. They're for people who like, I'm not worried about being the fastest or the biggest. I just want something comfortable that'll do everything I need it to do, that looks good, and it's got kind of an air of class to it. Doesn't feel like I'm sitting in a cheap plastic box, then Mazda is a good option for you. Pigar weighed in and said, is Welper the best on the no FUD zone? Well, he keeps his mouth shut pretty much, so that's pretty good. He doesn't turn his camera on to scare the viewers. That's pretty good. Danny Pint says, Yankums, did you ever get my email about you sending me your email to mail the knives for giveaways? I think I responded to it, actually. Pretty sure I responded to it. You should check because I'm pretty sure I responded to it. I don't usually respond to things because I don't usually see them, but I think I remember seeing that and I think I responded to it. So I would look if I was you. Where were we? I was reading Jesse Brachman's question over here, who I haven't seen. I always think of Brack from Space Ghost. Remember Brack? Kevin Payton also weighed in and said, dum. All hail Phil. Hey guys, put me in the guess how many takes pool for Wednesday. My guess is 3. You all are so funny. Oh, I'm about to bust my side, bust a stitch laughing. Y'all are so damn funny. Let's see you all do this. Yeah, that's what I thought. I don't see you doing this. You don't see you trying to get on here and do it. It ain't easy. That's why I was always when people be like, oh, that politician's stupid. They fucked up what they were saying. I was like, good Lord, you know how easy it is to fuck up what you're saying? I'm surprised they're up there and they aren't screaming obscenities, because that's what I'd be doing. I'd be like, motherfucker, can't get this right. If I was ever elected to public office, I would definitely hold the record for the most F-bombs dropped during an interview, because it would happen a lot. There would not be any way around it, I don't think. And then we got John Heasley chiming in. He's got him another entry into the double super secret Pico giveaway. I sent you an email subject, Olight. Yeah, I saw it. It's over here. Oops, I went to the wrong email now, but yeah, it's right there. It's still, I think it's the only email that came in today for the chat. Please answer this question. If your enemy sold you into captivity, would you kill or fight back? Well, I'll save that for the chat. Well, I'll answer that. I'll save that for the email section, and I'll answer that. Trump wants some money. That's not surprising. Oh, and I got this today about his new grips for his, and I got this from And that's more. Okay, there we go. All right, where was I? Yeah, I'll show that email when I get to the emails here, which should be really soon. Then we got Christian Carlson weighing in. Christian Carlson. What about a shirt with Gribble saying, "I'm the president of my family's gun club"? Or just gun club president? I don't know. We have to think something for him to say. Be a real easy shirt to do because Mike Judge's style is very simple to replicate. Very easy to replicate. Like this one, it looks almost identical to the drawing he did. If you put them side by side, you'd see some differences, not major ones, but you'd see some. Well, you'd be able to see they don't line up perfectly. But his style is very easy to replicate because he's got a very simplistic style. Some artists, though, it's not as easy to replicate, even though they do have a simplistic style. Like Calvin and Hobbes, Bill Watterson, his style is very simplistic, but it's also not that easy to replicate because I think he does his with a paintbrush. So it's got more of a different quality to it when you draw it. So not as easy to replicate his style. Jim Davis, very easy to replicate his style. Now, Berkeley Brethren, that's not so easy to replicate his style. His style is not very simplistic. It's actually quite structured, so it's hard to replicate his style. I don't know why I got off on that, but all right, who was that? I was just answering. Was that Christian Carlson? Yeah, it was Christian Carlson was suggesting a topic for the Dale Dribble shirt if we do one. All right, now let's get to the emails. And let me share the one here. Share screen, window. Got this one earlier today. This came in, and let me close this chat here. Boom. I love this little guy. And he's got his CW380 there with the mouse guns magnet. That's the mouse guns I drew, Mickey. If I was ever going to get a tattoo, that'd probably be what I'd get as a tattoo, that little mouse guns design. But he's got his little 380, and he's got it with the mouse guns magnet. Oops, shit. I did the wrong thing. Stop screen. Minimized it instead of closing it. Now let's move on to the next email. This one I got earlier today, too, and this one's purdy. Hey, Yankee, I finally got some grips to fancy up my Colt single action armies. He's very wealthy, obviously, Joe B. I had to do some fitting, but I think they came out well. Top one is bighorn sheep. Bottom one is doll sheep. I think they look really nice. I don't know which one I like better. I think with the coloring, the case hardening, I like the bighorn sheep better because it's got that. But you know, I like the uniformity of the doll sheep one. But boy, they both look really nice. He should give me those. For all I've done for the gun community, he should give me those. He won't, but it'd be nice if he did. All right, now I got an email question to answer here. Wait, where's the Olight one? Before I get to this email question. I was one. Oh, there it is. Boom. Where did it go? Oh, there it is. New EDC. He got a new Olight. That's pretty. I've got a little version of that. And I think it's red. Or it might be blue. But I like the orange. See, I like these because they got the buttons on the front there, and they're not on the top. You know, they're not on the back of the thing right here. Because when they're on the back of the thing right here, when you bend over, sometimes they get turned on, and then you're like, why do I smell smoke? Why do I smell bacon? And it's like your light's cooking your leg. But yeah, those are cool looking. I like that color scheme. It kind of reminds me of oh my god, what's the name of the superhero? Is it Ultra something? Ultraman. He called himself in the comics. He was in the Avengers. He applied to be an Avenger. He's kind of got like super strength that he can fly, and he's invulnerable, and he wears a very colorful costume, but he's afraid of fire. So So he's kind of like the Martian Manhunter. Kind of reminds me of his costume. It's very colorful. Stephen Mays sent me an email and asked a question. He said, "Dear Yankee, please answer this question." Well, that's kind of what the point questions are. If your enemy sold you into captivity, would you kill or fight back? Well, I'm not real sure what would be the circumstances and who's my enemy and how would they sell me into slavery. But it would depend on the circumstances. You can't fault every slave for saying, well, it's their fault. Why didn't they fight back? Well, so a lot of times fighting back is immediate and certain death. And no, I wouldn't fight back if it was immediate and certain death, because once that happens, you've got no chance of prevailing in the future. You don't live to fight another day. And I've always been a big fan of living to fight another day. It's like when people say, police ever show up on my door, take my guns, I'm going down in a blaze of glory. And I'm like, why? Who's that going to serve? It's not going to serve other gun owners, because the media is going to spin it as a crazy gun guy got into a fight with police and had to be taken out. It's better to surrender the guns and then fight back, live to fight, so I would depend on the circumstances, I guess. If I thought I had a chance of getting away, well, then yeah, but if it's certain death, no. Take your time and wait for your opportunity. Don't just fight for fighting's sake. There should be people just want to fight for the sake of fighting, and it doesn't accomplish anything in the long run. You wonder about what am I actually going to accomplish here? You got to do that. All right, let me get over here, see if we got any questions coming in. I think that's it for the super chats today. Let me go all the way up and work my way down. I carry in case of a threat to me and mine, even if you are 100% in the right, and it's no question, good shoot, you're still going to get crucified in the media and by lawyers. It can happen, yes. The Last of Us now features scene in a post-apocalyptic Seattle. The battle-ravaged Space Needle looks pretty cool. A lot of video games and stuff featured the Space Needle. It's very popular. There was one video game that featured Camden Park. I can't remember what it was, but they have in their online world, you can go to Huntington, West Virginia, and there's a post-apocalyptic Camden Park. And I'm like, that was so cool. I just went to see because someone had done a video online showing it. And I'm like, I just want to watch that just to see Camden Park. Because I used to go there all the time as a kid. Well, not all the time. We didn't have the money for all the time, but we went quite often. I loved Camden Park. I know what the fuck is wrong with him tonight. Mike D, I know what the fuck is wrong with him tonight. What's wrong with who tonight? What are you talking about? Does the dead weight still ask you to send them money? Yes, every now and then. I don't answer their text messages anymore. I am also on Patreon and Subscribestar. I have all of my bases covered. It never hurts to cover all your bases. Mazdas go zoom, zoom, LOL. They do. They actually do that when you start them up. Like when you get in the car and you start it, it goes zoom, zoom. It makes that noise through it does a little graphic on the thing and goes zoom, zoom. First car I ever had that said something to me when I started it up. Where was I at? Hunter Williams used, where is it? Top defense ammo for 357 mag, Barnes, Hornady, Spear. Spear gold dots are very nice. Hornady's good. Barnes, I like Barnes, especially, that solid copper ammo they make. That's very good. Is it the Vortex or something like that? Good stuff. I like that. But I generally go with Underwood Extreme Penetrators. That's usually my first choice. If not, probably Fort Scott TUIs. Fort Scott TUIs are pretty impressive. Online store has a new Smith & Wesson R8 revolver for just under $1,000. So can I borrow $1,000? I don't have $1,000 to give you. If I had it, I'd surely give it to you. But I just had to have a new shower put in our bathroom so my mom don't have to keep stepping into a tub. So there's no bathtub in our main hall bath now. It's a walk-in shower. So and we'll put a little teak bench in there for her and everything. There's handholds and stuff. Paid extra for handholds. So yeah, we don't have a bathtub anymore. We do have a bathtub in our room, and our master bathroom's got a big one of those big garden tubs. That's like on a platform. It's into the platform. You don't see the sides of it, but never gets used. It's never been used for nothing. I'm thinking about getting a handle thing to put on it, a spray nozzle. And we can use it as a dog washing place because it's a big tub and it's plenty big for the dogs, and you can sit on the edge of it while you're doing it. Just haven't done that yet, but I'm thinking I'm going to do that this week, maybe. It is a pain to change out the thing, but we'll see. Where am I at? I was talking about you fucking up. Who? What? I don't know what you're talking about. You're not making any sense to me. You're not making any sense. You're hysterical. I don't know what you're talking about. Let's see. Are we all caught up over here? Nope. Daniel Pennant chimed in and said, Tither for Phil, can you resend me that email? I might have been spammed and then deleted. Thanks. Well, you'll have to send me the original first because I don't know what to respond to. You'll have to send me something before I can send you something. If you know what I mean, because I don't know what address to send it to. I think that catches us up with all the chats, period. We might be out of questions before we're out of time today. Let's see. Nothing coming in over here. Nothing over here. We'll be finishing the new Rock 5.7 soon. Good. They're fun. I had a good time shooting. It's actually a striker fired, which makes it different than the others. Because all my others, all the others that are popular, the Ruger, the Smith & Wesson, and the FN, they're all hammer fired. That's actually a striker fired 5.7. When's my silver bullet supposed to get here? I don't know. Let me check. Let's see here. Let's see where the email is. There's the order shipment. Here's the tracking number. Estimated delivery Tuesday, May 6th. That's an awful long time. It's already been shipped. So they had your package on the 27th, and they're going to take till it's UPS. What can I say? It's UPS. UPS is so fucking slow. That's why I don't like UPS. Like I always say, I can either go send something USPS, get it there in 3 days and pay $20, or I can go ship it UPS, get it there in 3 weeks and pay $50. The city of Uvalde, Texas, just settled on $2 million per family for each kid that was slaughtered. The school needed some sheepdogs. The cops were afraid. Yes, the cops were afraid. There should have been armed teachers. Teachers, I've found, will be more likely to protect the kids than the cops. Cops worry about cops. Teachers worry about their students. If you won $30 million and decided to spend every penny before you died on yourself, what would you get yourself? Your family can fend for themselves. Well, I don't know. If I had that much money, I'd buy. Well, I wouldn't want a big fancy house or anything. I think I'd buy some land. I'd just buy a bunch of land and put a dog rescue on it or an animal rescue. I wouldn't, I'd go out and find myself, buy myself a $5 million acre, a $5 million ranch. That'd get me quite a bit of acreage somewhere. Build some kennels and stuff, barns. Hopefully it would have barns and stuff. And then I would do an animal rescue. I'd put the other $25 million in the bank and use the interest to live the rest of my life taking care of animals. And what could be better? I can't think of anything that'd be more enjoyable, more rewarding. Rescue some donkeys and some sheep and rescue some llamas, and I want some emus and a bunch of puppies and kitties. Just have a big old animal rescue, animal sanctuary. What it'd be more than anything else, where animals can come and live out, especially old ones that start being abused or neglected, come live out the rest of their life. And but yeah, that's what I'd spend my money on. I probably never see another person. I'd just be like, I'm gonna be out here with my animals. I'm on my family, of course, but they get to go with me. But I could do that for a long time with 30 million. If I spent like 5 million on getting it set up and put 25 million in the bank, I could do it the rest of my life. Easy. There's a viral video of a Chinese man who jumped through a window, smashing through the glass to escape from his girlfriend. I saw that. I was like, is that staged? What's going on? I didn't know what was happening. And I don't understand a word they're saying. It's gibberish. Just gibberish. Ping pong, bing. I would speak English, goddammit. If you're going to be on Instagram, speak English. If you're going to be on my Instagram, speak English, because I'm not smart enough to speak other languages. I got another super chat coming in here from Paul Ash. Yankee pennies for your thoughts on the Smith & Wesson XVR 460. Now, the XVR 460 is that great big long one, right? If I'm not mistaken, that big rifle with the... Yeah, well, it's not the one I was thinking. I was thinking it was... Well, aren't there different XVRs? Let me see here. Yeah, there's different ones. There's short-barreled ones and there's long-barreled ones. I'm assuming you're asking about the great big long-barreled one, because there's one that has like a barrel that's long barrel with rails and stuff. Why am I doing this? And then a big long shaft. Well, it just gets worse. And you put it on a tri. Actually comes with a little bipod to put it on. I think they're awesome. I would love to have one of those, but they ain't cheap. They're expensive. They're like $2,000 or something. And then they make, just a regular barreled one, and then they make a short barreled one even. Are you talking about the long barreled one or the short barreled one? Because there's a short barreled one too. Either way, the 460s are awesome. I have a 460, as you can see it right back behind my head there with the yellow grip. That's a Smith & Wesson 460 bear gun from the bear kit. I don't recommend shooting it. It's stout. Hurts a lot. But I don't know which one you're talking about. But either way, I like them. I'd like to have one of the ridiculously long ones, and I'd like to have the short barreled one too, 4-inch. Let me make sure I'm all caught up with the super chats, because I do believe we are out of time. I think he was the last one. Oh, nope. John Heasley chimed in here. He's got to be annoying me at the end. Might as well try to win the Pico, I guess. Yeah, you might as well. Why not? It's a cool gun. I got to do a little video on it so people will know what it is. And maybe people will be more interested in getting an entry. Mike says, no habla English. I don't know what the fuck's that mean? I said, speak English. I barely speak English. I speak Appalachian. Slow as fuck. Yes, UPS is slow as fuck. All right, that looks like that's it, and we are out of time pretty much. So we got like a minute left. I can fill that up just jibber jabbering here at the end, stuttering around and not getting finished on the proper time. Remember, if anybody wants to support the channel, become a Patreon member, a Subscribe Star member, please do so. If you want to buy merch, go over to my shop, get yourself something like that. In this country, we used to shoot Nazis shirt. I'm surprised this one's still going. This is bootleg as hell. They catch some other bootleg ones. This one ain't caught yet. Or maybe just Mike Judge isn't known for suing people. I don't know. But if it helps, tell him it goes to help animals. It goes to animal charities, the profits. Then maybe he won't sue me. But I want to thank everybody for coming. I want to thank everybody for asking questions, participating in the conversation, keeping things rolling. Even though we had a little hard time getting started today, I blame John Heasley. I think it was mostly his fault. Other than that, thanks everybody for everything you do for the channel. Thanks for coming. Thanks for everything. I will see y'all again tomorrow. I'm way off center here. See y'all again tomorrow. Until then, remember, always carry and stay safe until I see you again.